Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, written by iconoclastic journalist cum novelist Hunter S. Thompson in 1971 and published by HarperCollins, is considered by many to be a genre-breaking masterpiece, mixing fiction, fact, and fantasy. It explores the dissipation of the hippie dream of the 1960s and a slew of violence, drugs, and cynicism as we follow Thompson's alter ego Raoul Duke through a drug-addled trip to Las Vegas, first to cover the mid-400, described by Thompson as the richest off-road race for motorcycles and dune buggies in the history of organized sport, and then, ironically, the National District Attorney's Office Conference on Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. Of this city in the desert, Las Vegas, the author describes, I could see the Strip Hotel skyline looming up through the blue desert ground haze, a cluster of gray rectangles in the distance, rising out of the cactus. Along the way, he and his attorney, known merely as Dr. Gonzo, and who functions more as a psychotic sidekick than anything else, search for self-destruction and the American dream. The former of these should be obvious for those who read the book. The latter of which, however, is a more amorphous concept and is described by Thompson/Duke in the following way. We are looking for the American dream, and we were told it was somewhere in this area. Well, we're here looking for it, 'cause they sent us out here, all the way from San Francisco to look for it. All we were told was to go till you find the American dream. And it's a silly story to do, but, that's what we get paid for. Hunter S. Thompson, a.k.a. Raoul Duke, was born in Kentucky in 1937 and was characterized by his mother as being difficult from the moment of birth. When not being unruly, Thompson's burning ambition was to become a novelist in the mold of his idols, equally iconoclastic outsiders including F. Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Jack London, and Henry Miller, many of whom we have already discussed here in Reading America. Drawing upon what many have characterized as his gonzo journalistic style, the book is at times both idiosyncratic and highly subjective, a genre of nonfiction writing that, according to Tom Wolfe, evokes a curious new notion that it might be possible to write journalism that would read like a novel, which is exactly how this two-part series initially featured in the American periodical Rolling Stone was published. Of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the New York Times writes, the whole book boils down to a kind of mad, corrosive prose poetry that picks up where Norman Mailer's American Dream left off and explores what Tom Wolfe left out. Beside, it's funny. But why don't you decide for yourself by downloading the ebook Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas today?